Contains some violence and drug references. Channel 7 recommends viewing by mature audiences.
Take your time, Eugene. Tell us exactly what happened.
Ben Kelton and I were transporting a prisoner. We turned off the freeway. Would have only been about 20 k's from the prison when Lynch pulled the gun.
Sean Lynch.
That's right. Lynch forced us out of the car. He was crazy. We tried talking sense into him. Ben was pleading with him. Lynch demanded the keys. I chucked them to him. While he was distracted, Ben pulled his gun. Lynch shot him in cold blood. That's when I turned to run.
And that's when he shot you.
I blacked out. When I came to, Lynch was gone. Ben was dead. No, it's his little girl's birthday today.
Prisoner on the run, armed and dangerous. The public have been advised against approaching him. We need to find him fast.
Uniforms and the dog squad are scouring the area near the shooting site, but Lynch had a half-an-hour head start before the alarms were raised.
And that was 3 hours ago before the rain set in. It's a forensic nightmare out there. No chance of the dogs picking up a scent. He's long gone.
So how the hell did he get a gun? One of the guards?
No, guards' guns weren't fired.
So we have to assume that Lynch picked up his own weapon en route.
Department of Corrections has an account with West Shore Petrol Station. According to Eugene Ashton, when they got there, Lynch said he needed to go to the loo.
Ben Kelton went with him. Eugene Ashton, he stayed to fill the car.
Any security footage from the petrol station?
Only on the pumps and the register, not on the loos.
Why was he out anyway?
He had a reward day. Prisoners who've stayed out of trouble for 12 months are rewarded with a day back in the community.
And what Bleeding Heart thought that was a good idea?
So does Lynch know anyone on the outside that could give him a helping hand?
Yeah, his girlfriend and mother of his 2 children, Carly Barnett.
Yeah, she's got form for drugs and prostitution. We've had surveillance on her house, but...
Too smart to go back there, surely.
So far, bring her in for a chat. Ali, could you help Reese track down any old associates, anyone he might be tempted to contact?
Will do.
Duncan and Nick start at the prison. I'll set up a meeting with Melissa Gordon, the governor.
Sorry to keep you. Mel Gordon.
I'm Detective Freeman. Detective Buchanan.
Terrible bloody business. I was just talking to Natalie, Ben Kelton's wife.
How is she?
In shock, like all of us. Any leads, sightings?
None that have panned out.
Can you tell us how a prisoner like Sean Lynch gets rewarded?
Don't blame me, that's the old regime. Us warders have been fighting to get rid of that for years. Guess they'll listen to me now I'm acting governor.
We'll need to interview any of the prisoners that had contact with Lynch. Can you organise that for us, please?
No probs. When do you want to start?
Now?
OK, I'll draw up a list. Bugger of a job.
Why's that?
Lynch worked in the prison clinic. He had contact with most of the prisoners at one stage or another.
Bugger.
And what about his girlfriend, Kylie? Did she visit often?
Regular. Once a month.
I promise. The first I knew was when I saw it on the TV.
You visited your boyfriend last month.
That's right. I visit him every month, have done for 7 years. I love Sean. Always have, always will. He's changed, too. He's reformed.
He shot a prison guard in the chest.
I don't believe he did that.
Well, then who did, Kylie? Guards' guns were never fired.
It doesn't make sense. I mean, we had plans for when he got out.
Did Sean tell you of any escape plans the last time you visited him?
No.
You expect him. Now, this is a murder investigation, not just an escape. You understand that, Kylie? Your only chance of staying out of jail and keeping your kids is to tell us the truth.
I am.
You heard the question, Frank. Did you know Sean Lynch?
I'm guessing no comment. Thanks for your time. Who's next on the list?
Oh, you're kidding me.
What?
Dane Majors.
I bet he's going to be happy to see you.
Hey, Dane, I'm Detective Freeman. You know Detective Buchanan.
A while, hasn't it, Dane?
It's been 10 years.
You want to come and take a seat so we can get the interview started? We're going to ask you a few questions about Sean Lynch.
I'm not talking to him.
Well, fair enough, talk to me.
Why?
Because I'm not him. Do you want to take a seat? I won't take too much of your time. Please? Thank you. How well do you know Sean Lynch?
Not well.
You have crossed paths? In the yard?
No.
What about at the clinic where he was working?
I keep myself fit. I don't need the clinic.
You hear any whispers about Sean Lynch's plan to escape?
No. This must be killing him.
Oh, we'll get him.
Yeah. Yeah, you always get your man, don't you? But it must be killing you. There's no one you can fit up for this one. That's still your specialty.
All this time to think. And you haven't changed a bit. Get him out of here.
How'd you go?
You know, an afternoon spent rubbing shoulders with humanity's finest.
Nick got to catch up with an old mate, Dane Majors.
Is that the guy who killed his wife? The cricket legend.
Prize arsehole.
Bashed his wife's head in with a golf club?
Five iron.
You have anything on Lynch?
Nothing he'll give us.
Okay, updates. How'd you go at the prison?
Most of the prisoners, they played dumb, but we've got a few leads.
What about the rest of you?
We're also going through Kylie Barnett's finances, but there's no large sums in or out, so it doesn't look like she's feeding him any cash.
Well, this might stir things up a little. Commander Waverley has authorised a $100,000 reward for information.
Sean Lynch puts a bullet through the chest of a guard, and we have to pay a reward to get someone to step forward.
Someone, somewhere, must have seen Lynch. Superintendent Jarvis will be holding a press conference in half an hour. Nick Duncan, I want you to join him. A show of strength.
Did Lynch kill that guy?
Are you saying the police let a killer get away? How much money is being spent to track him down?
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Let me remind you that prison guard Ben Kelton was a loving husband and devoted father. Ben went to work today to serve the community and did not return. We are offering up $100,000 reward for any information leading to the capture and conviction of Sean Lynch.
Lynch's girlfriend said that Ben Kelton was killed by another officer in the course of the escape.
It's totally without foundation.
Will there be an independent inquiry into Ms. Barnett's claim?
No, there will not.
So you're saying the police...
I am saying that Sean Lynch is definitely dangerous, possibly armed, and should not be approached or confronted. If he is sighted, please contact Crime Watch or 000. Thank you very much. Maggot's a bad name.
Detective Buchanan, I'm Juliet Gardner from the Tribune. Can I ask you a few questions?
Sure, the more we get the story out there, the more chance we have of finding Lynch.
Actually, it's about another case. I'm doing a feature on Dane Majors. It's coming up to 10 years since Dane's conviction.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I thought you might have an insider's perspective on the investigation that locked up cricket's golden boy.
As far as I'm concerned, the Dane Major story is over. Yeah, I know you have a job to do, but mine is finding Sean Lynch.
In case you change your mind, I'm happy to work in with you.
She's cute. She's a journo.
I mean, how is it that the entire State Police Department are unable to track down one man? His picture's on every paper and every TV screen this side of the equator. Now we can see where our taxpayers' money's going. They're paying us to do their job.
You cannot treat journalists with contempt and expect their cooperation. Cops can't find killer. We're not safe in our beds.
Soz, they're morons.
I warned you, Terry, but you went in there with your hackles
What
up.
do you expect me to do? Offer them tea and biscuits?
No, a little wooing goes a long way. The media unit is having conniptions, and rightly so.
I gave those maggots a very simple murderer on the loose story. Even a monkey could spit that
Yeah,
out.
the story the monkeys have spat out is about the incompetence of the state police.
Hey, my mob are working their asses off out there.
It's not me you've got to convince, Terry. It is the press that we need on side. Alan Sullivan from the Tribune has made a complaint to the media unit. One of his reporters wants to interview Nick Buchanan about an old case. It seems he said no.
Oh, I can't have Buchanan waltzing around giving interviews while
This
we're
isn't a
conducting
matter of choice, Terry. I have spoken to Sullivan myself. He has agreed to revisit his coverage if Buchanan speaks to the reporter. Make sure it happens. Commissioner, good morning.
Nicholas, heard there was a journo chasing you for a story.
She's chasing something.
Juliet Gardner from the Tribune. She wants to talk to me for a feature she's doing on Dane Majors. I told her I didn't have the time.
Yeah, well, you do now. Time for a bit of mutual back-scratching. The Tribune will hold back on the cop bashing if you grant this Miss Gardner an interview about Dane Majors as soon as you can. The rest of you find Sean Lynch and all this is over.
Sir, we might have something.
I'm all ears, Sergeant.
Our dead prison guard. Mobile phone's missing. Mobile phone's missing.
No, I checked his stuff at the morgue. There was a mobile there.
Yeah, but he had two phones. You saw his work phone, but he also had a personal phone, and that's missing. And it was used to make a call at 9:01 yesterday morning.
Dead men don't make phone calls.
So our runaway prisoner has Ben's phone.
Look who we called.
Carly Barnett, the girlfriend.